Hello everyone. Today I want to showcase a Discord game bot that I created. Now this video will be in multiple parts as the development of the bot is not yet complete. The aim of the bot is to facilitate Sudoku game, right? So the first part of the game, and you can see right here is that. So random chat is the name of the bot. I somehow couldn't change that. Right. So as you can see that it just generated a Sudoku game. So the complete aim of the project is to facilitate the gameplay. So you will be able to generate a Sudoku and then you'll be able to interactively play with that with the bot. Right now in my first part, the bot is live. It's hosted on a server. And as you can see, it's generating a Sudoku game every time you want to play a new game. So it'll just wipe your previous game and then it'll generate a new game for you. Now I want to showcase the development aspect of it. What are the different objects that I use to create this bot? Right. So let's jump right in. So there is not much to see over here, but I'll add the link of the bot in the video so you can add it to your server. You can play around with it in case you are interested to understand how it's performing. Okay. So jumping back to Visual Studio Code. So this is the complete project per se for the bot. So whenever you create a Discord bot, there are multiple things you have to do. First is you can write a sort of commands or slash commands that the user will use to interact with the game. So here, my intention was that a new game will be created. You can resume a game at a later stage, so you can see what the current state of the game is. You can reset the game to its original values. And obviously, you can update the game. Update the game is just you are trying to fill in a row and column. And how you will do that is you will punch in, row, column, and the number, and it'll go to the server, and server will read the row and the column number, and then it'll update the number over there. All right. So first, let's talk about how the game is being created. So just before I do that, I want to explain about a library that I'm using. It's my own library. It's called Sudoku JS, and I will link the URL of the website, which has more details about how the algorithm is generating a game. And at the end of this algorithm, what you get is an array as well as a string of Sudoku grid. So the complete game, the hidden grid, and the solved grid, right? So you can use these three grids to check whether a person has won the game or not, or whether the person is filling the correct columns. So you can showcase hints, so on and so forth. So I won't go that much deep into this particular library, but it's just giving me these values which I am then using. I have written a library function, write file function, and we'll just read that, right? So again, it's a promise because I want to wait for the file has to be written before it gets sent out to the user. And how I'm using that, once my algorithm has generated the Sudoku game, then I'm using an image library called a gem to write those values inside the grid, generate the image file over here, and then send that image file over to the user. So as simple as that. Now, how you maintain the state of the game is important in this particular scenario because the server needs to know at which stage you are in. So for that, I am using a SQLite server. So SQLite is just a portable database, you can say. And for our purpose, for our demo purpose, that will suffice what we want to do. So this is the file that is using to interact with the database. As you can see, it's pretty straightforward right now. So what we do is whenever someone requests for a new game, we create the table if it's not already created. So this will not run every time. and then we are deleting that user's data from the database. So at one point, given point in time, you can only have one game on the server. You can't play multiple games yet. And then what we are doing is we are inserting the current state of the game, what your user ID is, what the current state of the game is, what the original hidden values were, and those were used to ensure that you don't end up overriding any of the previous generated values, right? And obviously the solved grade as well, so that we can compare it every time and see whether you have won the game or not. So we are storing those values in the database. And in my next phase, what I'll do is every time you are updating the game, the server will fetch the current state, update it, and then show you the new grid that is generated. Right. So that's about it. And as I mentioned, I have added the URL of the bot in case you want to add it and see how it's doing. You can do that. In case you have any questions or suggestions, feel free to, send a link on this particular Discord channel, and I'll respond on that. Thanks a lot for watching. Have a good day.